What's up, bitches? Pussy ass bitches. What's up, fat, juicy, fat pussy bitches? Big, delicious, juicy, bitch ass bitch pussies. Fucking pussy ass puss bitches. Pussy, fat, fucking wet, squidgy, pussy ass pussy bitches. Hi, welcome to It's Ewan again. Uncle Ewan, if ever there was an Uncle Ewan, you are the Uncle Ewanist. The most uncleiest Ewan in the whole Ewan. Uncle Ewan. What are you drawing today? Well, as it happens, you might be able to tell from the highly detailed image you see forming in front of your very fucking face, cunts. I'm drawing the judge known as Dredd, otherwise known as Judge Dredd. It's for a commission. How exciting, how exhilarating even, how bloody wonderful for Mr. Me, Mr. Bloody Me. This is going to be a quick little just doodly-doo, just to illustrate how fucking irritating Dredd's design is, from, you know, in comic book creation terms, in terms of making a fucking comic. Dredd is one of the most irritating fucking designs, because there's just so many fucking pieces to it. There's so many bits. It's made up of such fucking right. It's got a little like badge thing on his helmet. That's easy enough. Even that's a lot of lines just for the fucking helmet. This better pen. One's running out. Even just his helmet, there's a lot going on. Something like that. This is all from memory, so it might not be spot on. But I've shown a lot of Dredd recently in my Art of video series. Lots of the artists I like and admire either are and or were Judge Dredd artists. So it's, you know, I should know what fucking Judge Dredd looks like, really, shouldn't I? There's a collar, got a zipperoo here, and connected to his zipper is one of the most irritating things to draw in all of the time that's happened in the world, which is a chain. So that bit, and then that bit, and then that bit, and that bit, and then I don't even know. I don't know if he's got like a set number of links in this chain or not. Ugh, terribly drawn, but you get the idea. Then that is like that. Some shit. Says Dredd on his badge. That's his judge badge. This is a bird, an eagle. With wings. Has one shoulder pad. And an eagle head. Looks like a big nose. Claws. And then this shoulder pad is just like slats, sometimes with like a bit underneath. More shoulder paddy pad underneath. Chest, sternum. He's got like a shield sort of thing on his belt. I'm sure this is very stimulating for you all. I feel very salivary today. Sorry if you can hear my wet smacking sounds as I talk. But tough shit. If you're going to listen to a person talk for hours on end, you're going to hear some undesirable things like slurs and misogyny and the F word. No, not that F word. The F word. Zip, and then his zip going down to his groinal area. Let's put some emphasis on the old groinity groin. And that's just his fucking torso. Jesus, how much shit do you need? He's got these big fucking elbow pads. And then gloves with like, they've got like pouches on the back of them. And then his big judge hands. Knuckle things on there. That kind of sort of thing. Let's put this one facing the other way. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what hands look like. And then similarly to his elbow pads, he has knee pads. I'll speed this video up and it'll be the teaser for this episode. Oh, look at me draw Judge Dredd really poorly, really quickly. And he's got boots that have like a thing, and then the front have got like a cap on like that. Oh, and they look like high heel stripper boots. And you get the idea. And then depending on the artist that draws it, there's various things. Like some have like a holster on the boot for his gun, and then like a thing on his belt for his beat people stick. And it's just like if you're drawing Spider-Man for a comic, that's cool. Spider-Man, even some of like the top artists have said how easy it is to draw Spider-Man because it's just like a naked body, no features, no hair, no face. Work on some muscles, some anatomy, no toes, fingers, easy enough. And then you just draw the suit over the body. It's so fucking easy to draw. But this fucking guy, with all his shit, if you have to draw in panel after panel, page after page, from different angles, draw all the shoulder pads, even both shoulder pads are completely different. So you've got to keep in mind which side which one's on. The chain, the badge, the belt, who fucking like the designs, it's quite a cool design, especially if you draw him quite stocky, you know, quite like a thick, weighty person, like quite muscly Judge Dredd. He could look really cool, you know. I don't want to say the obvious, Simon Bisley. Bisley's Dredd is one of my favourite looking ones. Certainly not necessarily the best, because I don't know if there is a one best Judge Dredd, but I'd certainly say Simon Bisley's is one of them. So you can make him look like cool and badass, muscly, whatever. But there's just so much to it. You know, you get a couple of good splash panels out of it. You know, Dredd firing his gun, Dredd beating someone's head in with his stick, just cool shit now and again. Dredd, cool. But then you've got like Dredd stood talking to someone, another panel of Dredd stood talking to Dredd running towards the camera, Dredd on his bike, Dredd doing Dredd stuff. And it's just, wow, fucking hell. Like, I'd love to draw a Dredd comic just, you know, for the same reason I want to draw a Spider-Man comic, like officially. I'd love to have an official Spider-Man strip published, just to say I've done it, just to look at and go, look what I've done. I'd like to have a Dredd one done for the same reason. But then to be like a straight like Dredd artist, which isn't going to happen because this is how well I draw Dredd. But you know, I drew him in, what, just under 10 minutes? It's not bad considering, I guess. I don't know. Fucking whatever. Did you see, I just posted it on my Instagram. Commission I just finished. Well, no, I haven't just finished actually. It's almost finished. I just need to do this little ground bit, just some like red, orangey, that was needless, orange rock skull signature. Cyber Demon from the classic video game Doom, a classic design of the Cyber Demon. Pretty happy with this on some very, very nice thick watercolour paper. It's got a good texture to it, which I'm not used to painting on textured paper, so it's quite different. But came out well. This was my second try. I painted a whole thing. I even videoed it. I might keep that video. I might put that video on my Patreon actually. That'd be quite a good one for some reason. And this was that. I just wasn't happy with it. And you may say, but Ewan, that's a fucking good painting. How can you not be happy with that? That's fucking ridiculous that you would not be happy with that as a painting. But I just feel, it just felt a bit, the mouth being closed felt a bit meh. This arm, well, maybe technically correct-ish in proportion, looked a bit meh. And I was trying to keep to the classic Doom cover art of Doom guy going, rah, and he's turned a certain way. I tried drawing him turned a certain way, but it didn't quite work for me. So I put his legs splayed out, one hand here and then I was going to have him shooting, but fuck doing all that shit. So I did him again, made him a bit bulkier on the shoulders, had his face. Also with the horns, I think are supposed to go more that way than that way. His arm with the gun a bit better. Work on the details a bit cleaner, a bit clearer. I tried the spray paint there just to have it like a thing. I might do a tiny bit here, but not too much. I don't know, maybe I lose a bit too much detail in that there. Let's see, that's a sketch that I traced for that one. And then these are some of the, this is what I was just working out. So you can see, all right, his body turns here with his leg here and here. See, so his arm is here. And I was going to switch the arm that his gun is on to be here to have him shooting, to make it more accurate to the cover art of Doom. I was basically like thinking I could recreate the cover art, but with a Cyber Demon instead of Doom guy, and then his legs like this, because that's how the cover art looks, kind of. Very, very, you know, vague kind of thing. But yeah, I just wasn't happy with that pose, and then it's a bit too obvious a thing. So yeah, I drew him like that. Wasn't quite happy with it. Drew him like that. Was a bit more happy with it. Used that, traced it, painted that. 3 hours. That were all recorded, so I could still put the video up. Maybe. I might even throw it in this video. I might not. If I have, you'll see it by now. If I haven't, then go to my Patreon. But yeah, like I say, I was a bit happier with this one. I think it's just a bit better. The lighting is slightly better. Slightly. It's just the proportions and shit. I just prefer this one. So this one will probably be for sale. I was going to tear it in half. But I thought, no, someone might like it. Yeah, and I'll paint the thing in, and then that'll be done. And then the next commission I'll be working on will be Mr. Dreddington. Dreddington. Dreadly Do Right. I've got some fun commissions coming. This is one of them. Someone said, hey, paint Dredd. And I was like, fuck yeah. And then somebody, I'll be a secret, I'll just let you know. Somebody wants a Joker painting, which is very cool. They're the same person I painted that Batman painting for once, a Joker. And then I was like, I had one in mind, and I was like, what kind of Joker do you want? Because there's quite a few variations. And they said, what about the Killing Joke Joker? And I was like, fuck yes, that's the exact one I was thinking in my mind. So Joker from the Killing Joke painting, that would be fun. I make him like quite exaggerated and jokery because he has quite a similar look to like how I paint my goblins. So, you know, with the grin and the nose and everything. So I think that'd be quite a fun one. And somebody wants a Toxic Avenger painting, which could be a lot of fun too. And they specifically want me to just go wild with it, just have fun and make it like a very Ewan painting, whatever that is. So not, because this one I was keeping quite strict, quite like, I want it to look neat, tidy, a cyber demon painting, and and it's, you know, it's good, it's not bad, it's whatever. But then the Toxic Avenger, I might make a bit messier, a bit freer, and stuff. Be quite cool. And then so this Dredd one, I'm almost thinking of making him like a huge, over-the-top, muscly Dredd, just for the fun of it. But at the same time, maybe I want to make him just, you know, just a nice, normal little Dredd. But of course, as always is the case, the hardest part of any drawing of a character, when someone says, hey, can you draw this character? You go, yeah, cool. But do I draw them standing like this, so it's just, hey, look, here's the character? Or do I draw them in an action pose? Is it a really over-the-top action pose? Is it a technical, hard-to-draw action pose? Is it using foreshortening and angles? Or is it head-on? Or is it from behind? Behind is usually bad because it's not, you can't really see the character, can you? You're just looking at their fucking back end. So I don't know exactly how I want my Dredd to look. I think if I want him looking really like badass, like this. It's like his legs really wide open, his body like that, his head here, maybe with his, so it's quite similar actually to the Cyber Demon painting, maybe upwards a bit, and really like mean looking Dredd jaw there. Because that's quite cool looking, isn't it? Hand in a fist here, gloves and shit. Dredd shield, very prominent. Big bulge, we all love that. Belt with pouches. Nightstick hanging down. Ooh, it looks like someone else. And then rubble, maybe some guy with a bullet hole in his head. Something like that. So yeah, not too dissimilar from this, but just a cool painting of Dredd. That's it ultimately, isn't it? If you want to draw a cool painting of someone, I really do recall this was one of my earlier commissions, was this Cassidy painting. It's one of the first painted commissions I'd done, I think. And that's where I was really like, do I do him eating someone, beating someone up in a fight, standing up, sitting down, jumping out of an aeroplane, or falling out of one as he did in the thing. So then I drew him sort of like floating in space, which isn't bad. It's cool. It's quite cool. I still like the painting. There's a few things wrong with it, but you know, it's pretty cool for what it is. But it's kind of like, just draw the character there, floating in space, as he's wont to do. In my art book, you know. So at least this one could be cool because it would have, yeah, rubble, maybe a wall in the background with like graffiti on it. The word drock, because that's like a swear word in the 2000 AD Judge Dredd world, in the universe. That's a swear, drock. Something like that. That could work. That could be a good pose. Otherwise, something like Dredd looking super stern with like his arms folded quite high up. Oh, he looks like M. Bison from Street Fighter, doesn't he? Big eagle shoulder pad, and then the other shoulder pad. Big, mean looking Dredd face. That could be quite cool. Especially if I have like this half in shadow with like rim lighting just pulling out the shapes and the profile, and in this half in colour. Really like work on the lighting and stuff. Some background thing going on. That'd be quite a cool Dredd painting. Like if someone said, draw me a picture of Judge Dredd, and you painted that, I'd be like, oh fuck, man, that's pretty fucking cool, man. I have painted Dredd before. What? Oh, there we go. I think it's in this book here. Where are we at for time? Oh, we're doing okay for time. Daily combination. A bunch of, I've shown this off before, painting. Oh, there it is, right at the front. A load of paintings I did over drawings by my friend ewansucks. Irfan, I believe is his name, from Singapore. There we go. Yeah, so these are a bunch of paintings I did over from Blurb. I got these printed. They didn't have a fucking, when you set the book up, they didn't have anything for the spine. So I left it white because there was no way for me to do anything on the spine. Yeah, a bunch of fun painting. There's a cool Batman Superman one. That was quite fun to do. A bunch of like random monsters and characters. Dr. Doom. That was pretty fun. Iron Man. That's one of my favourite paintings I've ever done, just because it was a fun one to do. As is that, because I was really happy with like the textures and the lighting here. Shadow of purple there. Really like that one. That's in my art book, I think, as well as that one. Zombie, Joker, that was sort of okay. Batman, that was pretty cool. Wolverine, Gun Viking. Pretty fucking neat. Do you like that one? I might have to share that on Instagram soon. Adventure Time, crazy Adventure Time. Yep. And Judge Dredd. So I traced this, and then see I sprayed the shadow in the back. Oh, I believe that's actually, yeah, in graffiti it says Drock in the background, with some tags and stuff. Not the clearest drawing, but again, you can only do so much when there's that much detail going on, man. Fucking bananas. I really like the drawing. His drawing style is really fun. And yeah, I was pretty happy with the painting. I like the turquoise underlighting with a bit of spray paint, a little bit of pink on the other side here. Quite cool. Not bad. So I'll be painting. I actually quite like that one. I might do a couple of drawing. I might draw this one and then draw that one. Maybe ink them quite nicely, and then have them as separate drawings I could sell or show off or whatever. And then paint over one of them, or trace and then paint over one of them, or maybe paint over both of them, and then one of them is a done commission, and one of them is just a nice painting to have. Wow! Now, here's a book. That's a book. As it was done in my previous episode, I'm showing off art books and such now, just cause I've got a series showing off a bunch of shit by a bunch of artists. This is an artist, Zach Smith, or Zach Sabbath, as he's sometimes known. See, it's like Black Sabbath, but with Zach. He's an artist. I've got a few books by him, some relating to art specifically, some not. I may or may not do a video specific to him, but I thought I'd just show off some of his work. This is a memoir about his, I don't know, time in the porn industry or how he got into the porn industry, some of his stories from getting into the porn industry, which is a subject I'm interested in anyway, being, you know, I use porn as it's intended to fucking squeeze my filthy, stupid penis to. But I'm also very much interested in porn as a thing, like as a subject, yeah, with all the tits and stuff I draw. I like, you know, that as a thing. And this guy's done it. He was an artist anyway, and he, a lot of his friends, I guess, partly because of his stuff, his drawings, partly because of his porn stuff, all his friends are like porn stars and, you know, porn actresses, strippers, adult entertainment professionals and such. So most of his work revolves around that sort of subject. So this is largely those stories, but as well as that, there's pages of his artwork, so I'll show those off. And you know, just start. So see, that's one of his paintings. He works with acrylics on photographic paper. Usually he'll paint, so he has giant like photographs that he prints on these huge, you know, photographic paper or whatever, but then the ones he doesn't use as finished things he paints on the back of, so it's like quite a glossy paper, and then he paints black acrylic all over it, and then paints on top of that with like the whites and other colours, and then uses like micron pens for things. So that's one of his pieces. That's one of his pieces. Very, very different. He is like a alternative or a punk or whatever, and you can kind of see that in his work. It's very, very not traditional in terms of painting and image making and such. And there's the one on the front. Very cool. I can't remember how I found his stuff, but that's Sasha Grey. He's friends with Sasha Grey. I really like all this shit. And you'll notice I steal a lot of his ideas. I mean, I've always liked drawing stuff on tables, but then I saw him do it and I was like, fuck, he draws stuff on tables better than anyone I've seen. He does it in such a way that it's just really fucking appealing to look at. The way he uses shadow and whatever. And he's quite good at drawing people too, I guess. Something he says in his work is he loves drawing people in the spaces they live in, or like they would be in naturally. Like if you were to meet a person, you'd see all this shit in the background because you're not meeting them in a photo studio or something that's set up. So there's clothes and bags and food and wires and all kinds of shit. So he likes depicting that, which is very cool. And then the artwork shown, I should have marked these pages, but I didn't, so never mind. Let's find them. Is a collection of drawings mostly. Most of them made during the time of him being in porn, either on the set or off the set, like from photos and stuff. So that's his girlfriend at the time being eaten out by another girl. Yeah, drawings of like shit going on, like street scenes, people in cafes, in cars. I think more often than not, they're drawn from photos. It's usually, I think he even said at some point, if the people in the picture look like the people in the pictures, they're usually drawn from photos. And if they look a bit off kilter or cartoony, it's because they're drawn from life. So that's probably drawn from life. And that maybe, whereas these are drawn from photos, more than likely. He does a lot of abstract art, but it's very, I don't know, labour intensive. He considers himself a maximalist, so he puts all the effort into all the details, all these lines with his micron pens and stuff. I think that's like, you can just about see it's a girl, there's a guitarist, a girl with a microphone. So almost abstract, but there is form in there. And this is something else I stole, which is drawing like little cells of drawings on a page and filling the page with those sorts of things. Some of his stuff's very rough and sketchy, quite abstract, obviously, as I said, but still like quite fun to look at. Very cool use of colours, the pink and the black and the blue. And that is quite a sort of punk alternative look. Corsets and stuff as well, that's cool. Girls and cars and things. Very, very interesting art to look at, I think. It's is what I can say to that. That'd be acrylics on acrylic on shiny photo paper, which I believe this is his TV. He's drawn a bunch of them. There's probably more in the book. His TV set up with, like, I don't know, VCR or whatever, just shit all over the place. That's obviously a bum and puss. He's watching on his television screen. LA scene in acrylics. Some stuff. So there you go, that's probably drawn from life, just a quick doodle of the girl, whereas these are from photos, so he's had time to really make the forms visible. Ron Jeremy, I believe is what that is. Big elephant in the flag having its penis sucked by a little girl under his tummy there. It's quite cool. But yeah, I really like pages like this. Like when I've shown off my sketchbooks and I've gone, that's a really nice spread. Look at the spread there, the spread. Like I really like that as like a page in a sketchbook or whatever. There's a bunch of different drawings going on individually, but then together they make one big cool looking drawing. I will say I've stolen a lot of ideas in terms of like sections and cells and certain things. The pink and the black together looks like a lot of what I do. That's coincidence. I'll open up and say I stole a bunch, but the pink and the black is coincidence. Probably. It might not be. I might have stolen it unintentionally, but it wasn't willingly. I didn't happily go, oh, I'll just steal this. I'll flip through some more stuff. That's really cool, actually. Band playing music. Painting. Yeah, so there's a few sections of drawings scattered throughout the book. Let's have a look-see. There's a girl sucking a penis on the TV screen. She's got cum in her mouth. It's quite cool. Tentacle porn. You may know of her. Her name's Mandy Morbid. I believe they've split now. There was issues, whatever. But they made like a tentacle porn video at the time, so I'm assuming this is from that. Really cool little studies. I like them a lot. And this is all dot work that he's used to shade in this drawing, which just shows like the amount of time he will often spend. Well, you see some of his bigger paintings and stuff. Look him up, Google him, look at his pieces. Just you can see the time on the paper, which is really cool. Not a lot of times, but sometimes, a painting might take days and days and days to finish, but it's just like a painting. So it's like, oh, well, maybe it didn't take that long. But with his paintings, it looks like just the amount of shit going on. It looks like they would have taken fucking forever to actually make. Or something. He's done a lot of work of like Dungeons and Dragons sort of stuff because he had a video series which I can't find online at the moment. I don't know if it's just been erased, but it was D&D with porn stars. He had a blog and then a series of videos where he played Dungeons and Dragons with a bunch of his friends who were porn stars. And it was a really cool little series. So it's a shame I can't find that currently, but I'll keep looking. Yeah, so lots of like fantasy art he's done in this sort of style. Lots of naked people, just cool. It's just cool, just a cool bunch of drawings. They're just sort of cool, you know, cool shit to look at. Oh, that's cat. It's more abstract stuff. I mean, as I've said, it's something I like, that I've somewhat adapted to my own sketchbooks, of like having a bunch of garbage and shit and then like a really nice little portrait in amongst a bunch of just scribbles and rough work. I really like that. And this is a really good sign of like, this is obviously like a marker pen or something he's used with the pink to like roughly draw some people or whatever, and then he's maybe at a completely different time, maybe at the same time, he's taken his micron pen and outlined all of those little doodly scribbles and blobs. Just sitting, drawing in your sketchbook, having fun doodling. That's a good sign of that. I like that. Some like photographic work or something. Are there any more? Yes. I'll just go through this last. I think this is the last chunk of them. Just to show you President Bush. That's when this was drawn, I guess. I missed a bit. Oh my God, what have I done? Ultimately, it's a guy who can fucking draw, and it really looks like he enjoys drawing. He draws funny, silly little doodles. He draws really labour-intensive, you know, studies and full pieces. But he really makes the most of just drawing, which is very impressive, and I admire and look up to that. And he finishes with pieces that just look cool, which is cool. And the book itself, it's quite hefty because the paper is quite thick, like semi-glossy paper, and it's like 400 something pages, and I really like the dimensions of it. I'd love to release an art book like this sometime. It's really solid, really nice thickness, good feel to it. It's a good size. You can stick it in your bag and take it places. Zach Smith, there you go, an artist. You might not have heard of him before. You might have heard of him before, and now you've seen some of his bits. Oh, TE. Shall we have a go at drawing our Mr. Dreddington? I really want to actually now. I'm quite interested to draw the Dredd with his arms crossed. I'll probably make it look really shit now, won't I? I'm really going to need to spend some time practicing drawing his chin, because the chin from certain angles, it's got to be drawn a certain way, isn't it? Really thick neck. I know some people, when they draw him from the side, I just draw his nose and his chin. They draw him like that. This is his nose here, his mouth. So he'd look like, I don't know, something like that. Just this huge fucking chin. So I'm going to need to practice that, aren't I? Yeah, it'd be cool to get a couple of really pretty fun, decent little Dredd drawings done from this. Another decision is, do I make it like... what I might do, because I was going to say, do I make it cartoony or super serious? I might make this one more cartoony because it's, you know, a bit of an over-the-top pose. And then this one more serious. I don't know quite how I'd do that, but it's an idea at least, isn't it? I want to make the arms big and muscly. Have I fucked up? This arm should be in front, and then that. There you go. This arm underneath there, and then should do. This is how a lot of my drawings go, by the way. Well, you probably know that. I've been making these fucking podcasts for over a year. Am I at number 60 yet? This might be 59, if I remembered correctly. We're getting there. I don't know, that's kind of shit, but whatevs. Pocket things on his glove. Just the amount of I mean, not to say all the details are unnecessary, but the amount of unnecessary details in Dredd's fucking design, man. Ridiculous. We want you to draw Dredd. Ah, fuck's sake, really? Like, it's an honour. I'm glad. Thank you for thinking of me. Thinking I'm worthy of the D-man himself. But fuck me, that's a lot to draw. It looks a lot better when you've got a bit of stubble. A good Dredd has stubble. That's what I say. Of course, keep in mind this is all from memory, so it's not going to be fantastic, but It's an idea I'm going to have to practice, as I said. I will practice my dredd, as I have said. We'll get there. Yeah, it looks a bit silly, but it's whatever. I think I will. Where's my fucking biros? I'll put some practice time in. I'll fill a couple of sketchbook pages with some dredd drawings. Maybe I'll do it as a video. Maybe I'll get a whole podcast out of it, just drawing dredd, the dredd special podcast. Ewan practicing drawing dredd. Yeah, like I said, I'll finish off Mr. Commission, get the scram done, start practicing some dredd. Also, as I say, I filmed that one, didn't film this one because I was just like, fuck it, just get it done. Can't be fucked with filming it, and then because my camera can only hold, my phone can only hold so much video, so after every about 40-50 minutes, I have to stop, upload it all to my computer, delete the videos off my phone, and then start again. So it gets a bit tiresome. So I did it with that one, not with this one. Maybe you'll see it, maybe you won't. I'm going to try to record all the commissions, the painting commissions I'm doing, because it'll make quite a nice little video series. Oh shit, yeah, I had that idea as well. I'll finish with the idea, what I plan to do with my Spider-Man comic when I start getting those painted, maybe in between or after these commissions. I'm going to hopefully record the painting of each one and then put it together in one big video. So it'll be 7 pages total. Maybe for Patreon, I'll make it an hour-long video of the painting process, and then maybe make it like a shorter edited version, quicker, so you can see a bit less for YouTube for free. But I thought that'd be quite cool, like an epic, if you want to sit through the entire thing. So that's, you know, about 5 to 10 minutes on each page, maybe sort of like 7 or 8 minutes on each page. That will be, you know, anywhere from 4 to 5 or 6 hours work or more on each page, down to about, you know, 10 minutes roughly. And then one big video epic. And of course I'll upload the pieces onto my Patreon as and when I do. And then I've got some dredd to practice. Things going on. How are you all doing? I hope you're all well.